On the second day of Advent, my penguin built for me a radio station for Sims 3.
That's nice there.
Hey penguins, welcome back to a new video. This is day number 2. This is a radio station build. So if you followed along from the last video, I created a list of prompts to use this month just so I could have something to inspire new build ideas, and today's one is a radio station, and this definitely did prompt me to do something different to what I'd normally do. Basically, a little while ago, I remembered coming across this sort of pre-made item, this pre-made building, which has like a big sort of antenna radio station thingamajig on top. I don't know the technical name, okay? But yeah, it's basically just a pre-made building, and I've never used it, and I kind of wanted to incorporate it into a build. So this way I'm kind of deciding to build around it. It's part of the lot, but it's not accessible. It's like never going to be accessible for Sims, so I've built like extra things on top of it, and I've kind of made it into like a trio of things, which you'll see in a bit. I won't give it all away yet this early in the video, but yeah, instead of just making it a radio station, I kind of wanted to like make it a lot that you'd really want to go to and have more things to do than just that. Obviously the prompts, just like anything, when you get a prompt, you can take it very literally, use it very loosely. You could have made potentially for this one a house which has the little radio station thingamajig from university in it, in the attic. Like that could be a thing. So it's just whatever came to mind, whatever you were inspired to do. Hopefully something new, hopefully something you've never tried before. That's kind of like where I was going with this idea, because I, like probably many of you, have made so many different builds in Sims, but after a while you end up kind of getting into a cycle of building very similar things to what you just built, you know, same sort of ideas and things like that. So I just wanted to kind of expand sort of just ideas, just throwing things out there. A word can spark lots of different things, so that's where I was coming from with this. So yeah, I actually really enjoyed building this. Like I say, never done anything like this before. There's a lot of like messing around, I would say, with the like layout and things, just to get it to a place where I liked it in the end, because I can't lie, at first I genuinely thought, oh my god, I'm gonna need to scrap this. Like I didn't like the shape of the build, and at that point I also hadn't decided what was going to be part of like the lot, really, because I only knew the radio station thing is going to be part of it. Then I kind of like started to have an idea of, well, if there's like shops underneath it or something like that, then maybe like it gives you way more reason to come here. And so this, what I'm building now in the corner, is actually going to be like a record, like a retro record shop basically. And I just kind of thought, I've made, have I made a record store? No, I've never really made a record store in Sims 3. I've made things like comic book stores and things like that, but yeah, this was a little bit different, and I was very much so helped out by the fact that I do have the Fast Lane stuff pack, which comes with a lot of like record themed stuff. I guess it's kind of like 50s petrol station. I don't know, it's some sort of vibe from that pack, and I do like it. Like I don't really use the cars from it, but I use the random things. Like I don't know about you if you've got the Fast Lane stuff pack, and you also like use some of the random stuff. Like there's some like chilies, like what you'd find in like a kitchen, in that stuff pack, but there's also all the stuff for the garage. I'm not sure, do chilies have something to do with garages? I'm not not sure, but that's something that's part of that pack. And yeah, I kind of use that in a lot of builds. I don't use the chilies in this build, but I'm just saying, like, that's just one of the random items that I actually like gravitate to a lot, so it's quite kind of funny, really. And you know, it goes to show that like the stuff packs in Sims are not always 100% what you expect. Like sometimes they have like items that like are a little bit random or seemingly random. Maybe it's just random to me, like maybe I don't know the connection between garage stuff and chilies. That might be something I need to brush up on, but you know, we all have our flaws really, don't we? So yeah, I guess I don't know what that is, but yeah, I definitely use a hell of a lot of the fast lane stuff in this. So if you don't have the fast lane stuff pack and you download this, then it might not show very great, like, you know, in terms of the way I built it. It will be a bit random, like these rugs that I'm placing, they're like they're meant to look like records, aren't they? So yeah, they're all from the fast lane stuff. Even that table that I placed outside was fast lane stuff. I used a lot of the university expansion pack stuff as well. Yeah, I'd say they're the main two packs. That, Ambitions and University, they're probably the main packs. If you don't have them, it's really not going to look the same for you at all, but it is what it is, you know. It'd be really interesting to look what it looks like in your game. But yeah, I guess they're the main things to watch out for. I will point out if I use any store stuff, but off the top of my head, oh no, I did use store stuff. I will get into that in a bit because I haven't started making the lot that included the store set that I used, and I believe it is just the one store set that I used for this build. I have kind of used store stuff here and again in my builds for this Advent event, but I'd say I don't use like loads. I don't use loads, and mainly I use actual like sets. So if you own that set, then you're good basically. Again, if you don't, it will just be replaced or won't show you the same in your game, which it's not the end of the world, is it? So, you know, it's what it is. So sorry if you're really bored then just watching me doing the paving. I don't do paving like this that often, but sometimes I just like the look of it and I think it's like worth doing it. Annoyingly, when I pulled out the wall, which is like obviously a really good trick to use the pull out the wall thing rather than having to redo the entire like walls and floors and stuff, but the flooring at the front got a bit botched from when I pulled it along. It just warped it a bit, so I will have to retile that. And what I'm doing here is I'm just reshaping the actual like buildings so that they don't like interfere and don't overlap with the pre-made build that I'm using. I have to use like move objects a lot to just like move that building around because it doesn't really like to go where there's a building already. So yeah, I did have to use that a lot. I'm not normally that much of a fan of the move objects cheat because I am always like kind of paranoid in a way that when the Sims actually go to the lot, they won't be able to get places and won't be able to use things. And yeah, I mean, I've downloaded builds in the past that have that issue, so it makes me think, oh gosh, I'm gonna have that issue. So that's why I really don't use it that often at all. And in times when I have used it in the past, what I tend to do is I will go and play test the build before I upload it, because the last thing I want you to do is be like, oh, I can't get to this object, I can't use it, because Sims will do the wave their hand and be like, I can't. So yeah, just we don't want that. That's like a general rule. We don't really like that. So yeah, I tend not to do that. So I don't know if you can tell when I'm building in the middle yet, but I'll tell you now. It is a bakery. So I have used the Deliciously Indulgent Bakery set. I believe that is the correct name. So yeah, it's 3 lots. It's going to be a radio station, it's going to be the record shop, and it's going to be the bakery. I think I called this something really tacky, like Sweet Records radio station, because I'm really imaginative, like I can think of the best names for things, like well, I do try, but yeah, that's what I came up with for this one. And yeah, I think like it was actually really fun making such a variety of things in one lot. I do typically build quite a few different things in different, like on the same lot basically. That is something I like to do because I love when you actually go to a venue, it feeling like it's really worth it, like feeling like you could go there with like a variety of different Sims or a whole family and they can all be doing different things on that same lot, because then I can keep an eye on them all, because I'm really not good at multitasking. So if I've got one person over here and one person like a different lot, I'm like, I don't know what they're doing. So this way I can watch everything that's going on. So yeah, that's just my mind space on this sort of building. I don't know, you might have downloaded my save file that I brought out recently, which was Cozy Brook. Sorry if I mention it a lot. I mean, it took me like a year to make, so it was kind of my big project, and it's probably one of the only projects like save file size that I finished, and I believe that's true, because I'm really bad at like starting something and getting inspired to do another thing and stuff. So actually that was another thing that was about like really good with doing these prompts, because I was like kind of focused, like I was kind of like, right, I'm building something based off a radio station, this is what I'm doing, and I didn't like just get bored and just go and do something else, because that would be me, like that is what I do. So yeah, fortunately I was able to really like stick to what I was doing that way. And maybe if you've given the prompts a go, maybe you found the same thing, that you just thought, oh gosh, yeah, do you know what, that prompt, really want to make it, and then you could really like stick to it and finish the build. Because yeah, if you're like me, you might find doing such a task very tricky. So yeah, I did actually give myself a pat on the back for completing this and completing all the builds actually, because you know, it was a lot. It was a lot. Like some builds I literally did like some days like 3 builds a day, because I only just came up with doing this at the start of November, and if you think about it, I had to build them all, record them all, upload them all, film all, and then make the videos. I'm just not feature length film, I mean, come on. But yeah, I literally, it's a lot of work, especially for someone like me who's very amateur, not very good at editing, all that stuff. It's very technical actually, like, you know, obviously being quite new to the world of YouTube and making videos and all that stuff, I can now appreciate all the stuff that goes into it. Not that I ever thought it was easy, you know, people just snap their fingers, it's done practically, but it's like a good few hours of work per video. So that's what I will say. It's kind of like eye-opening in that respect. But yeah, also like kind of I am sorry for not putting the lights in on this build for so long, because I do like irk myself when I have wanted, like, you know, I look back on the video and then I'm like, oh, people can't even see what I'm doing because I haven't put the lights in yet, and that's so annoying. So yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, here I've used, so I think I already mentioned I used the bakery set. So part of the like function of the bakery comes with these rugs. So you basically put the rugs under things that are going to be like buyable. So if you want to be able to buy all the things you bake and put them on that shelf, the items, the individual items will be up for sale if you've got the rugs underneath. If you don't have that, I don't believe that they will show, unless it does, and then I literally put all that effort into making the rugs the same colour as the floor for nothing, which I do several times, because believe it or not, I change my mind on what colour the flooring is. So that makes life hard for me. But yeah, I think I actually love making a bakery in Sims. I think that's like one of the cutest little builds. Like, absolutely love doing it. And yeah, you'll have to let me know in the comments, like, do you play with this indulgent bakery set? Have you ever used it? Have your Sims ever like baked something and sold what they've baked? I don't know if that's like commonly done, because I know this set kind of came out towards the end of Sims 3. Not that it's like ended, but like as in EA just stopped making things for it and they moved on to Sims 4. So yeah, I think this was kind of towards the end of that chapter. Yeah, therefore I don't think as many people actually ever got this set. I'm not sure. I don't know. I feel like it was popular, but like I say, I don't know if people had kind of abandoned Sims 3 before it came out. I'm not sure, because people were already talking about Sims 4 at that point. So yeah, it could well be the case. But like I say, I'm pretty sure this is the only set I used. If you don't have this set when you load the game, imagine like the tables and the counters and all that will be there, just not like the oven and the little like till and the display units. You could like make something, I suppose. If you've got like ambitions, you could use the shelves from ambitions to put where those shelves are, and then just like place objects. It could just be a little shop, or you could just pretend that it's a little bakery, or you could even if you've got the little, what's it called from Into the Future, like the oven thing, but it's not an oven, it's another thing. If you placed that, then it can work as like almost like a restaurant, but you could say it's more of a cafe, if you know what I mean. And you could replace the display unit thing with the Sims 3 University Cafe like baked goods thing. I think that would be quite a good swap out. So if you don't have that, then that's an idea for you. I just like to put them ideas out sometimes, because I think if you downloaded this and then you actually don't have that set but you really did want to use it, if you do, that's fine, but it's just one of those that it gives you an idea of what to do instead. So yeah, I like to do that. So I'm just recolouring the floor and the rugs, probably for the last time now, hopefully for the last time now. And now we're just moving on to the upstairs, which is going to be the radio station. I think that's what you call it, the place where you record music and you have like FM whatever. That's kind of the idea of it, and it's meant to be a little bit run down, not like hugely, although I do like a run down sort of build where it's like more rustic and more like, you know, abandoned vibes. Something like abandoned core. But yeah, when it's kind of like that, I do like that a lot. So yeah, this isn't quite that bad. Again, I have to use move objects a lot too, actually, just when I'm placing walls too near to that like pre-made structure, because it just doesn't like it. So I have to do what I have to do. So yeah, this little room here is the actual like recording soundproof room type thing. So that's the look I was going for. I've never been to one, so I'm just like using sort of my imagination, and also I was kind of thinking of that film Jingle All the Way, where it has like the record like room when he gets the rhyme right for the reindeer names and stuff. If you watch that, you should watch it. It is a good Christmas film, so I do recommend. But yeah, I think that's what I was kind of thinking of for that. Obviously you've only got a certain amount of items. Again, I didn't use any CC, any custom patterns or anything like that, so if you don't like downloading things with CC, hopefully you'll still still consider downloading this build, because it doesn't have it. But you know, I have really gotten into downloading CC recently, because I feel like once you've like built a lot of things in Sims and sort of been doing it for a while. I'm not saying it's boring, but I just kind of wanted to spice it up a bit with a bit of CC that just meant I could build things that I genuinely can't, like there's nothing with that like theme or something like that. So yeah, I downloaded some bits and pieces. When you see my like stuff catalogue, you can probably see the custom pieces. Like I downloaded these CC typewriters the other day. I mean, that is such a good idea. Obviously I'm not using it in these builds, but I'm just saying it's things like that you know, it was never part of any of the official sets, and I think it's worth like downloading things like that because it's like kind of makes it more fun and just like a different vibe and stuff. So yeah, I remember I built like an attic where there was a writer who lived there, and she actually had a typewriter, which I made it like a turquoise typewriter because I thought that was way cuter. And yeah, she had that in the attic, and yeah, you just couldn't do that if you don't download that sort of stuff. So that's why I've kind of got into it. But I can still build without it. It's not like impossible. It's just, yeah, I just feel like I've done so many combinations of things by building for the longest time in Sims 3, so you know, I think it's just adds a bit of difference. But I do get that people don't like to download it because I know nothing that I've downloaded has viruses because I scan the hell out of stuff before I put it in on my computer. But it's more a case of people are scared of, you know, where's that file come from or whatever, you know what I mean? I do get that. Like I've been there, and I do feel like, you know, you should be wary. You should always be wary of these things and should definitely scan stuff. So yeah, but as far as this build goes, I haven't got anything like that. And yeah, I really like how this is all coming together, and it definitely got kind of like a, you know, these pieces of furniture are from God knows where, like someone else's old office or something, because you know, this isn't a place that's making a lot of money. I think it's more of a place where like the people who work there are really passionate about it and they like to do it, and so you know, it's not like, you know, they're really rich or anything. It's just somewhere where they can actually come and do this hobby, because I don't think The Sims 3 gave us any lots really to do with the radio thing. There might be something in the Sims 3 University, but like for base game, well, not for base game, but for your actual like regular town, there's no like build with a radio station. So like this is why I was just quite excited to build this prompt, because I thought like, I haven't got anything. Oh, this was a happy accident, by the way, when I accidentally like moved the carpet onto the floor, because I did originally have a wooden floor, and I was like, actually, I don't normally have carpets. I don't know why I build with wooden floors all the time. I just like it. I think it's just a preference because that's what I like. But yeah, I thought the carpet actually looked nice, and I really liked the colour. Like it's verging on one of my favourite colours, so I do really like that. And yeah, I think it's all coming together. Obviously, I know the little like arcade machine technically has nothing to do with actually, you know, a radio station, but on break time or something like that, it could be just kind of like fun to do that kind of thing. And then I used this pattern from the plastic section because I thought it looked a little bit like the soundproof material, and then I was so happy I used the brick as well, because I thought, again, that's kind of more rustic. Like these people aren't rich, they haven't wallpapered over the brick, it's just how it is. And I really love that look. I think that looks really nice, and just went with the build in general. So yeah, I'm just doing like the final sort of finishing touches to the top of here, because we're going to move on to the record store, because I haven't done that yet. And you'll have to let me know in the comments if like a speed build if it's you know, if this is the right kind of speed, or if it's too fast or too slow, or what you think, because I'm still quite new to speed builds, even though like some of my first ever videos were speed builds. Like that's when I didn't know what I was doing, and I still don't know what I'm doing, so this is just my style. So yeah, if you think I should just like speed it up more, because maybe the videos are a bit long if I'm going at this speed, I don't know, or if I should actually slow it down because you can't see what I'm doing, I don't know, because it's really different when you're building it and you know exactly what you're doing, but if you're watching it back, I don't know if it translates that way. So you know, I guess it's one of those. I will say, like, I feel like even though I'm building all of this off just the top of my head and just going with the flow, I did manage to build it quite relatively quick, because honestly it's really hard editing when you're like pausing to think, so I try not to. I just don't think, I'm like I'm just like going with the flow and just doing whatever comes to mind really when it comes to mind. So yeah, this is those items are actually kind of like the comic book items, but I thought they might look like potentially they've got boxes of records on there, and then these are the boxes of comics. Again, my idea was for it to look a little bit like record boxes. I don't know if that's successful, I don't know, but you know, we don't actually have a box of records, and I wanted to make a record store, so I had to improvise a little bit, and this is what I came up with. So yeah, you'll have to let me know if you think that works or not. So yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. I was having like a lot of fun actually pressing like randomize on the colouring. Obviously I don't stick to 100% to what it randomized, because some of them just didn't gel that well together in the end, but yeah, I kind of like doing that. I don't know if you guys like actually just randomizing your colours and going, oh yeah, actually that works, or if you are really specific 100% of the time and pick the colours. I mean, I know some people who don't really like using the colour wheel. Like for me, it's like a must, because that's like the, I don't know, the like your creative sort of input on how things look to the maximum is using that, because you know, everything can either blend really well or clash or do whatever. You know, a thing can have a pattern, a thing can have a really weird texture, like a table could look like grass, like whatever. Like I think it's like really fun, like the variety of things you can do, and I feel like that's why I struggled when I tried to play Sims 4. I did try, but you know, as much as people would say, oh, it doesn't matter, like the swatches are really good and they all go together, I like the randomness. I don't necessarily want it all to go really well together, and I don't know, just not being able to pick my own colours somehow affects my creativity. And yeah, that might just be me, but I feel like the freedom to pick that is like such, for me, a huge part in like being able to build just something from the top of my head, because you can literally give something such a different vibe. Like you could be like super moody and gloomy and dark, or it could be like pastel, you know, unicorn. Like it's just whatever you feel like, and I feel like that's such a huge part of being able to make such a different variety of things. For this back wall, I kind of wanted it to look like either like pop singers, or you know, someone's poster, or it's like the album art or something. That's what I was going for. I don't know if that was that successful, but yeah, that's kind of what I was going for with that. And I've of course used like the stereo, the jukebox, all that sort of stuff, because if it was a record store, maybe they would sell the things that you can play the records on. That kind of made sense for me. Again, the arcade machine, it wouldn't necessarily go with the build itself, but on break, the person working here might play it or something. Just something a bit quirky, I suppose. And yeah, I just love all the colours. Like I feel like this is a very wacky, colourful, like, you know, build. You'll have to let me know if you think that works well with this build, because I quite like it. I think it's quite maximalist, but like in a good way. Just finishing this part of the build off now with these record rugs, which I love, and yeah, we're nearly done. So yeah, let me know what you think of build number 2. Again, I'll upload this to my website, which is nessiepenguin.com, so you'll be able to download it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one for build number 3. Bye.